Hi, today's recipe, lamb meatballs done Italian style in a tomato sauce. And then I will cook some spaghetti and make a salad. Okay, here we go. So I've browned the meatballs, and I found these at Sobeys in the frozen meat section. They have a section that's all lamb, and they look really nice. So we're just going to brown those because we're going to put them in a sauce to make sure that they're cooked all the way through. So I'm going to turn the pan down because I don't want it too hot. And I'm going to add some onion. Garlic, 2 cloves. So that was a large white onion. 2 cloves of garlic. And we're just going to stir that around. We don't want anything to burn. Just want to saute that. Get you in the picture. We're just going to saute that around just for a few minutes. I might add a little bit of chili flake to this. Here's my bag of chilies, still from last summer. So I'm just going to add a little bit because I don't want it too spicy. That was about half a chili. Saute that around. Yes, looks nice. Then to that I'm going to add a whole can of tomatoes. So I like the Manzano tomatoes from Unico. That's what I have today, and they're whole tomatoes. And I'm just going to add a little water and swish that around to get all that extra tomato out of there. There we go. Spread that around. Now, once these tomatoes start to cook, you'll be able to mash them down and they'll break up really nice. We want to cook this for about an hour. Now we're going to add salt, pepper, a little bit of oregano, I would say half a teaspoon. About the same amount of basil. I went out to my garden to get fresh and it's no good anymore. Gotta wait till next year. Now we're gonna just turn this up just a tad to about medium. And I'm just gonna put the lid on that and let that cook for about 10 minutes. And once that gets nice and bubbly, then I'm going to add my meatballs back in, put the lid back on, turn it down to medium low, and let that simmer for a good hour. And then that will be a great sauce and the lamb meatballs to put over some pasta. That's your recipe for today. So I have an edit. When I lifted off the lid after simmering the tomato sauce for 10 minutes, I thought, you know what? You should have threw some white wine into that. So I always keep a bottle of white and red in the fridge left over from the weekend, and then I just use it in whatever sauces and gravies that I'm doing for the week. So I added in probably half a cup of white wine, and then I'm just cooking off the alcohol now. Here it is. And then I'm going to add the meatballs into that sauce and turn it on low for about an hour. Yeah, there we go.